With the CEO of Palantir, Dr. Alex Karp. He runs what is arguably on the cutting edge of one of the most leading software, do you say manufacturers? You're on the edge of AI, and you were the first CEO to land in Ukraine, to go to Ukraine after the Russians invaded. Why did you feel it was so important to go there and for Palantir to be there? What is Palantir doing in Ukraine?
Well, look, Palantir was built to defend the West. You may not have learned that the West is a noble, endearing, and potentially durable project if you have been imbibing the vaporous, deadly flames of many elite institutions. But at Palantir, we believe in the West. We believe in defending the West. We believe the West should have the best software, the best AI. And I went there because when Russia invades the sovereign territory of Ukraine, or when Hamas commits acts of terrorism, the West must stand and show that it's strong, or these things will become part and parcel of our everyday life. And this should not be a controversial position, and quite frankly, I think it is not a controversial position. Unfortunately, too few of us stand up and say, this is what we believe, we're going to put our company behind it, and if you do not want to work at our company or you do not want to work with us, that is perfectly fine. But the values that America embodies of freedom, liberty, justice, meritocracy, that everyone gets a reasonably fair shot, are those values are at stake when people aggress and transgress, and more importantly, we do nothing, we say nothing, we do not articulate why we think this, and we, quite frankly, do not defend ourselves. And in the modern world, defense is hardware plus software plus AI. What does that mean? How do you find a target? How do you find a target? Say you had a Coke can in a desert. How do you find that Coke can? How do you put ammunition against it? How many times do you miss? Can you do this safely? How do you get the general that is an idiot and protect them while making sure you take out the general that is smart and unpopular? How do you make sure you don't do this next to your assets, next to civilians, or if you do, under what conditions? These are all things that are controlled by software, controlled by AI, and most importantly, where America has a huge advantage over adversaries.
And a lot of Americans are scared of AI. They are scared of the military use of AI. You and your company, Palantir, you were the first to come out in favor of Israel. Only 3 CEOs have done so. Explain, you've described this as an Oppenheimer moment. Why is this an Oppenheimer moment?
Americans correctly have a lot of trepidation around AI. I do too. But the choice is between us using it or our adversaries using it. And the very principles that make this world good, like rule of law, liberty, free expression, those things have to be backed up by military superiority. And there really are dangers in AI. And there's the danger of generalized AI. There's also the danger of, can AI be used to exploit my data? Can it be used in a discriminatory way? Can it be used in a way that the divergence, the cleavages in society get bigger, the poor people get poorer, the rich people get richer? These are all legitimate issues, and there are answers. Many of those answers aren't perfect. But if we do not use AI, China and Russia will. And they are not interested in any of these issues. So it's like, of course it's dangerous. It's not as dangerous, though, as not building it, not supplying it, and not getting it to our warfighters.
We have about 15 seconds left, but there are some in Silicon Valley who signed a petition. 33,000 technologists signed a petition to pause AI because they're so worried about the dangers. What are your thoughts?
Silicon Valley is one of the most wonderful places in the world. Way too many of people in Silicon Valley do not have the sense that God gave a goat. And just because you have a 180 IQ does not mean you are smarter than a goat. And we either develop this or China will. And that is, and we have to be on the front line. We have to determine these things. And because we're on the front line, we can be ethical the way our country normally is.